Here we go, another day working on the great guitar build off. The last one certainly was interesting. I've done a lot of thinking, a lot of planning, all that other stuff. I think I have a pretty good plan about how I want to address today. I do want to go ahead and directly thank Steve Eason because you did not have to take the time to write that long comment, give me some helpful advice. I know you have other things to do in your day besides answer me, so I am deeply appreciative of that, and that really did give me some other directions of thinking that I think are going to be much better approaches for me. So thank you for that. My plan today is basically the same thing as it was on Tuesday. I want to go ahead and get next cutout or truss rod channels routed and fretboards glued on, though not necessarily in that order. I'm going to be following some advice, doing some things differently. So I'm not going to record everything today because there are recordings of me doing the flush trimming of the necks to shape them. Yeah, there's videos of me doing a lot of that stuff already from last time, so I don't need to repeat it. I will do some other recording though of new things as I kind of try to figure stuff out. I need to make some progress today because it's going to be I'm going to be out of town next week. And so it's going to be about 10 days before I'm able to do any guitar work again. And this is getting a little obsessive for me. I find myself dreaming about making guitars. So yeah, I need to leave myself in a good place to be able to not drive myself mad while I'm out of town having to do other things. So at any rate, I'm going to get to work. Y'all take care. You actually saw me doing the proof of concept is I've taken good advice and started over, and instead of cutting out the necks first and then trying to route the truss rod channel, I'm using this piece of 2x4 which I have put through the jointer to get it nice and flat as a fence. I have glued the neck down to some larger piece, and this is really just so I can clamp it. I've drilled 2 index holes on the center line of the neck. Earlier I measured that it was 2.5 inches from the center of my router bit to the flat part of the base that I slide along the fence. So I knew that how deep that was anyway, but I drilled 2 index holes at 1/4 inch, which is the same size as the router bit, and used that to really make sure that I was going to be able to go on a nice straight line and keep everything generally in line with the neck, which is what I wanted, because you know, between 2 points is a line. So doing it that way, was able to do probably 95% with the router, and then did a little bit of chisel work to get that last truss rod to fit. So this works well. I'm going to go ahead and finish this and get this truss rod channel finished up. Then I will cut these out on the bandsaw, glue down the template, Again, to take more good advice and do only the sides of the neck instead of risk tear out on coming over these shoulders again, because now I understand why that happens, and go from there. So I am making progress. Here we go. 2 necks with truss rods and fretboards, glued, clamped, curing. Unfortunately, waiting for 10 days for me to get back and be able to do this again, but it's done. It's not perfect, but I think it is good enough to make playable instruments. So when I get back from teaching this summer academy, it is on to radiusing fretboards, putting in frets, carving necks, all the stuff that's really scary. Yeah, so I'm sure I'll wrap this up here the next day or so, get this posted. Talk to you guys again soon. Bye. Before I say anything else, I will go ahead and remind or say for the first time, depending on how you found your way here, if you are not another great guitar build-off builder and you have any interest in what I am doing or frankly what my colleagues are doing, please consider supporting the charity that they have endorsed. Mine is Hungry for Music, which supplies instruments to kids in underserved school districts. That's a pretty big deal, but there's a lot of other worthwhile charities that are being supported by this Great Guitar Build-Off. Doesn't matter if it is me, it doesn't matter if it is somebody else. If you are fortunate enough to have a couple of extra dollars in your pocket that you can use to support some other people in need, please consider doing that. It would mean a lot to a lot of people. So today was definitely better. That's a good thing. I feel decent about what I accomplished today. I want to go ahead and say thank you out loud again to Steve Eason. His advice really was invaluable. So thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And I feel good about what I got done today. Obviously, it's not as much as I wanted to have done when this week is over, but some days that's how it goes. I feel like I can go away on this trip, and while I'm going to be looking forward to getting back and being able to get back into the shop, I'm not going to be leaving with this sense of not having gotten anything done. And that's really what I needed. I'm scared to come around these trees because I can see that sun there in the mirror. Or in the mirror, yeah, this is the mirror, Patrick. So that's a good feeling. It has been an interesting experience so far working on these guitars. There are some things that seemed like they work so well they shouldn't be as easy as they look like they should be. Like that masking tape and super glue trick, that really is just as easy as it seems like it appears to be on TV. But other things like routing with templates seem like the kind of thing that you need to be fairly detail oriented and careful in doing, but it turns out that these are a lot like our jujitsu waza, where there are much deeper things to think about than just being careful and safe. So it's been a very instructive week. I don't feel like I can ask for a lot more as a person. I guess I have the luxury of saying that since I actually did get some things done, so that's good. At any rate, I will not be making any guitars next week or working on any guitars, so I won't be making any videos. I appreciate all of you guys who are watching this, who are saying cool things in the comments, who are saying cool things in the comments to other people. It's turned out to be a very cool thing that we're all doing. So at any rate, I'm going to stop my babbling, finish up with my evening walk here. Let you guys back to whatever you're doing. Be safe. Make some sawdust. Have fun. We'll talk to you all on the flip side.